welcome to FaBled Hunters.
I'm Yuanji.
I'm Saint.
And we're gonna open some stuff.
Yes, today we're gonna open up more than one thing. We're gonna open up some of the OG stuff.
Ooh.
Crucible of War, first ed. Crucible of War, first edition. And then?
Also first edition.
The only edition!
Yeah.
Hopefully, fingers crossed, right?
They took off Everfest Unlimited from their page.
Yeah, they did?
Mm-hmm.
I think that bodes well for collectors. That means the Everfest supply is in check.
It is what it is.
Yep.
Whatever's out there.
Is out there. And that it's a good amount. So we're both going to reintroduce our favorite expansion sets of the three.
Yep.
And mine is Crucible.
Okay.
We'll start with that, and then we'll go into yours, and you're going to pitch the viewers on why you believe Everfest is a better set than Crucible. Okay. Start with the OG. The set that began it all.
Yeah, so Crucible of War came out as the third set. First, expansion set.
Yep. Quarter 4, I believe, late quarter 3, or definitely October, I think, of 2020. Is it?
Yeah.
September, October, something like that.
I think when Crucible of War was out and was the set, was around when Flesh and Blood started picking up in America.
Yes, I'd say so. I remember just hearing about it, all the rage. These boxes were $100 and $120 back then, after they had already escalated. Let's see, make sure we're in camera. Down here, right here. And you wanna start?
All right, and so Saint, let's hear your reasons. Why do you think Crucible of War was the best?
Was the best expansion set?
Yeah.
It was all-encompassing, meaning that it covered the four corners of every hero that was out there. It introduced, for the first time, a lot of Blitz heroes, right? And what else? It had the first foil... 7, 8. There you
Rare.
go.
And foil Saltoon.
Okay, so that's the foil.
I'll put the rares.
Rares. There's 2 and 1, right?
Yeah.
I actually think this is first wave. So yeah, they had the foil Twinning Blade. That was big. See, I can tell this is wave 1, right? The foil Twinning Blade was very special, so that was super cool. They had the Blitz heroes. They had all 8 heroes as well, all 8 of the OG heroes.
Yeah.
Cindering Foresight, Rushing River, and Overblast. And I believe that it was definitely additive. For example, crap, I forgot what the Warrior Go Again card was.
Spoils of War.
Well, that's the big one. There was a common one.
Oh, Hit and Run.
Hit and Run was huge for Dory. It made her more dynamic.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it made her oppressive, but it added a lot. Modern Skies was huge for Rune Blades, right?
Yeah.
All the commons.
Although Modern Skies, when it first came out, was actually not that powerful.
Okay.
Yeah, for Rune Chant.
Some cool stuff. Rune Chant token is still worth a couple of bucks, the OG Rune Chant token.
So yeah, Modern Skies was later on played, especially the blue one was played in chain. I think most of the Modern Skies were not that playable until Everfest came out.
It had provocative art like Consuming Volition, aka Side Boob Special, right?
Yeah, I think in terms of playability, definitely had a lot of cards for Mechanologist. A lot of the Mechanologist cards were playable.
The trap cards were there. Flying Kick.
Yeah, new update to how the trap cards work.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, so if you this is just on the FabTCG website. So you see how Tripwire traps say traps can only be played from the arsenal?
Yep, that's what they say.
They decided that there's too much of a restriction moving forward. So these traps still can only be played from the arsenal.
Okay.
But it's not a function of the trap type.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so in the future, traps can be set from your hand as well, is what they're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Oh, this is a pretty big card, Meet and Greet. Chokeslam is also very strong in the meta.
Got the heroes. Let's see, High Speed Impact.
Yep. 1. Ooh, we got a first one.
Rune Blood Barrier.
This card is not very powerful. Although it was used in some OTK strategies at the time.
Not very powerful. It's one way to trade 3 for 4 or something like that. Yeah,
You make 4 rune chants, but then when you're basically turning rune chants into spectral shields.
Okay.
So if they hit you, then you lose your rune chants.
Yep.
So it's a little counterintuitive. Like after you make the rune chants, then your opponent gets to like destroy them.
You traded all that for life. You traded all that life for rune chants, and then you switch it back. But here, I really like this about it. Datadol, right? You got the different heroes.
Sure. Reinforced Line is also a card that's starting to see a lot more play.
Oh yeah?
It's like a fake defense reaction that hits Command and Conquer.
Really?
Yeah. So you block like
We're talking viability or not?
Yeah, viability.
Really? Like meta viability, like competitive viable.
Yep. Played in Dash. Combustible Couriers obviously played in Dash.
Consuming Volition was played in Chain, right?
It depends. It's like a choice thing.
Okay.
Promise of Plenty Red was played in a Pro Tour winning list.
Okay.
Snapback is also, I think, pretty big card for Wizards for a long time. It was actually banned in Blitz.
And I would also say that Crucible of War created a line of equipment for nearly every hero that, as far as I heard, had upgraded every hero's equipment suite, right? So all the 8 heroes got some new stuff, another rune chant token, a little bit of value, that upgraded each hero. And while it didn't make it essential to play, again, I'll reference Dory, the warrior, not essential to play Courage of Bladehold. Courage of Bladehold created spawned whole new meta decks that played around that card.
Yeah, the alongside this card, Centauri Saber can play like a Bolton combo deck.
Yep. Oh, Somersault.
Spring Board Somersault.
Yeah.
Is this card worth anything?
It used to be worth about $20. I'll sleeve it just in case.
Yeah.
Put it by the rares.
Springboard Somersault. That was an interesting part of Crucible of War that they reprinted. A lot of the cards in the Ira Welcome deck.
They did. Yep, and even Ira was rather collectible. So I don't know. I just think it was a very additive. It accomplished what it sought out to do, and it had some really notable. Even like the Seismic Surge, I think is like $12-15. It's just cool to have these foil tokens. The first time these foil tokens were presented, I believe.
Yeah, I remember when we first started the channel, there was a huge craze in the collector world for Shiana.
Yeah.
And the legendaries in this.
Yeah, and then the first rendition of non-foil Tunic was in Crucible as well.
Yep.
Which was pretty awesome, pretty playable. If there's one playable version. Hey, Cokes.
Another Majestic.
This is going to be a big card. This is 0 for 4. It's going to be big for PvE, and hey, I played this in Team Blitz.
Yeah, it's played in Briar.
It's played in Briar? Okay. That's probably why. I played Briar.
I have a love-hate relationship with Cokes at Commotion.
Really? Do tell.
Most of the time, there's 3 modes, but I always only pick the life gain mode.
Oh, really?
Let people gain 1 life. Yeah.
Oh, Absorption
It's just
Dome.
how it ends up playing out.
Absorption Dome. This doesn't see very much play, right? Not all Majestics were created equal in Crucible.
Yeah, although I think with a game like Flesh and Blood, it's hard to say. I do believe that whenever they make a card, they have a vision for how the card will be used.
Sure.
It's just that they don't really have a home in the present.
Well, I remember the Viscerai one, Runeblood Barrier. That was an OTK Viscerai for some time, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Pitfall Trap. Rousing Aether. So it was played for a little bit. It was meta. It just wasn't very good while in the meta, right?
I remember Mavrian Skies when Chain came out. There was a period in time when blue Mavrian Skies were $20. This was before Crucible of War Unlimited had come out.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do remember that day. Those days where Mavrian Skies were... Was it the blue one? I thought the red one was valuable too.
It was the blue one.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, there was definitely value
All of them
there.
were somewhat valuable.
Majestic Foil. Okay.
Nice.
That's cool. Majestic Foil. This was Wave 1. It feels bad a little bit because the back was, the chase card was the last card. That's why they printed Wave 2.
Yeah, Wave 2, they did the chase card as the second to last.
Yes, they made it either the second or the third to last.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Well, no, the third to last was a foil.
Oh, yeah.
Because then there were the two rares, right?
Yep.
Yep. Instead, you've got rare, rare, foil. And the foil's the most delicate,
Ooh,
so...
this one also, I think, was a big card at the time.
Find Center?
Find Center.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Foil Red Meet and Greet. Red Meet and Greet also played in OTK Visoray.
Really?
Yep. This is a go again attack. Or sorry, one of like the newer OTK was like with the Skeleton.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So you're basically shouting it out because you played it for your Europe winning deck. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
You did play it. Okay. Cindric Foresight. Benji, see, again, cool to have the extra heroes. Speaking of meet and greet, another one, yellow meet and greet.
Benji's getting a reprint.
Oh,
And
yeah,
Outsiders.
that's right. Outsiders. There you go. What a tie-in. We're going to see more of Benji. You know, I heard people saying that Benji should have been viable, and there were some decks where Benji had Promise and Blitz, right? Do you think there's a place for Benji if, well, not if, the adult version's coming out, right?
No adult version.
There is no adult version?
Nope.
No?
Just Benji is forever young.
Really?
Yeah.
Just a young hero Benji. Still 17 life.
Yep.
Same old Benji.
Yeah, same Benji, new set.
New set. No special name? or anything?
I think that Benji could be good. So basically, like, it was always, could do some powerful things, but just, like, wasn't as consistent of a combo deck as other decks were.
Enforce the line. Okay.
But, you know, like, new set, there's gonna be new cards.
Okay.
Definitely cards for Benji.
Wasn't there like Thousand Wind and I forget when. Everfest, was it?
Everfest, they came out with Spring Tidings was like the big combo card.
Okay.
That lets you draw a card. It's like another like Whirly Mist Blossom type card.
Okay. And presumably unblockable except for by gear or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Mauvrion Skies, Foresight Aim.
Modern Skies. There we go. There's a blue one too. Supposedly the good one.
Yep.
All right, just a couple packs left, and wait a minute, we're missing something.
We're in the salty section.
Yes, we're in the salty section. More so salty if we don't hit what we're supposed to hit. I'm getting a little concerned. Speaking of salty, salt the wound. Oh, there it is. There it is. I see it. Promise of Plenty, Mandible Claw, and
Okay.
Oh,
You got Cold Foil Majestic.
Cold Foil.
So you were talking about the Majestic equipments.
Yes, and this is one such Majestic equipment.
Yeah, very good piece for Brute, having a 2AB.
Yeah, even if it's not in Cold Foil, they did have non-foil renditions of this card, right? So, yeah, it's funny. I start whining, and then the card comes out, and I don't know. Last I checked, or a while ago, nearly every Majestic Cold Foil was worth more than the actual box, but I don't know. I don't know what type of pricing reality we're in these days. Maybe not. Maybe
I would
not now.
expect the Cold Foil Majestics now to be like around the $300 range.
And boxes are just a little more. So
Yeah.
essentially, we did really good on this box. Maybe there's more.
2 Cold Foils?
It's possible. Wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility. Let's see.
All right.
Oh, well, you saw that one peeked out. Reinforce the line again. Hit and run. Look at that card. That card changed things for Dory.
Yeah, I think so. Also, like, enables some, like, double one-hander builds for Dory. I think that there were a lot of cards that came out in Crucible of War that ended up being pretty good. Such of Ammo
Sledges played, right?
Yeah, that ended up being pretty good.
A second foil Majestic. We got these two in non-foil, but now we got them in foil as well. There you go. Those are premium foils. We got 3 premium foils in this box. And it was just a lot of fun to open. There was just so many big hits. It wasn't only the Majestic. You weren't only, FaBled or Bust. There was so much to hit. The Cheyenne was much in demand. It was a beautiful card. It was very valuable as well. Okay, Tripwire Trap. There you go, riled up. Last pack magic. I'd say this is an above average box for sure.
Definitely.
Because these were maybe 1 in 4 boxes, 1 per case. And we hit the box. We hit the box. So, very happy about that. Last pack magic right here. Rushing River. Tunic! Not Tunic. Oh, Gaze the Ages. There you go.
This card is very playable in Kano.
And Reinforce the Line.
Yeah, I think Crucible of War definitely powered up like a couple of decks when it came out. Definitely Dash, and I think Plasma Purifier was in this set, so like Dash got a big boost when Crucible of War came out. I believe that was around the period of time when Matt Rogers was winning everything with Dash.
Yes, I remember those days.
And so I think definitely had a decent amount of impact as a set when it first came out.
Yeah. 5 non-foil Majestics, 2 foil Majestics, repeats, still good. And, of course, the cold foil Majestic. So that was a great box.
Hey everyone, just wanted to let you know the details for entering our giveaway. Big shout out to White Rabbit for letting us extend a FaBled package to the community for Battle Hardened Metropole Ruhr. So the FaBled package includes entry into the Super Armory, the Battle Hardened, as well as the PTI event. And you also get a special playmat. And so if you would like to apply to enter, please email fablehunters@gmail.com with just a brief description of why you got into Flesh and Blood and why you hope to be able to attend the event. We're going to be closing submissions and picking a winner in the first week of May, so good luck to everybody.
Now, you wanted to state your reasons on why Everfest was more impactful or just a better set in general, Yuanji?
I think that Everfest was just more impactful for the game.
Okay.
I can't say with absolute certainty because I wasn't playing competitively when Crucible of War.
But you were part of the FaBled Hunters, programming. You were our OG editor before you became
I'll say that
the champ.
I'll say that I think that in general, Everfest, there are a lot of cards in Everfest that just like when they came out, people like were very excited to put them in their decks.
Okay.
And for gameplay reasons, I think that Everfest has proven to have come out with like a lot of really good cards. If you look at just like secondary market, a lot of the Majestics have done pretty well, I would say, for like in print.
Sure.
First paper pack,
the flow wraps are amazing, and they've kept to that, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do remember. Uprising Dynasty, they've been the same.
This card, Bare Fangs in red, is really strong. Blade Runner is very strong, and like the 2 double one-handed Dorinthia builds. Read the Glide Path is also like a big Azalea card.
Shimmers of Silver. Oh, that's a beautiful card too.
Yeah, foil Majestic, Shimmers of Silver.
Spectra.
Ooh, another.
Aether Wildfire Majestic, double Majestic.
Was also played very heavily. I think just like stuff like this, like Prism got a huge boost in Everfest. The 3 blue auras that came out for a lot of different heroes. When you look at Guardian, being able to get a lot of quality blues that made Rouse the Ancients much better. So stuff like Macho Grande, Thunderquake.
Okay, but didn't I hear who said it that James White spoke out against Macho Grande, right?
He said he thought it was a mistake, and I think part of it.
Steadfast is pretty huge, right?
What is played, how good it is, I think, is contextual. It's definitely very strong at what it does, which is kind of like nuke.
Ooh, well, see, this is the beginning of the feels bad cold foils, right?
Yeah. Although you're a big proponent of items maybe being useful later on for PvE.
Yeah. When an attack item gains +1 from an effect during reaction step, destroy Talisman, Featherfoot, and the attack gains go again. So you don't even have control over that. Something's gotta gain exactly +1. This is super situational.
I think a lot of these talisman cards and such are built in a way that if you get to start the game with like them either in like a separate hand, a separate pouch, or whatever, they're really good. If you have to play them from your hand as normal,
a
little on the weaker side.
A lot less good.
Although we don't know, because like a lot of these cards, what if they come out with like a merchant?
Speak of the
blue Macho Grande, really strong.
Yep.
Outland Skirmish foil, Amulet, and T-Bone. So you get like a lot of cards for. I would say that even at the common level, that's the big difference I think between Everfest and the other supplemental sets, is that even at the common level, a ton of like really high
a lot of these cards were impactful.
Yeah, like In the Swing is really good. Payload's really good.
Okay.
Fatigue shot's really strong.
And these all, because you're active in the meta, they changed the way the game was played.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
At least 10. Is this any good?
Yeah, I think it's the 0 cost, right?
Yeah.
Increase the tension, a lot worse because it costs 1. Relieve the tension, much better.
Better.
Cost 0. Yeah, so Azalea, like a lot of the pumps that Azalea runs in in their current builds, a lot of Everfest cards.
Well, I've said Everfest was undercosted. It was
This
the
big player.
steal.
2 cost, 7 power when you get the boost.
Okay.
Super strong for Viserai.
2 for 7.
Yeah, the yellow version was played in chain because it was a 3 base power, so it worked with Belittle.
Okay.
Emeritus Scolding. Blue, very strong in CC. Emeritus Scolding red, very strong in Blitz.
Okay, so you're taking this most of your arguments from the player perspective,
Yeah,
right?
From the player perspective. And I think part of it is kind of showing out in the price. So usually, like I would say the secondary price of the sealed, how like collectible, a lot of it comes from collectability, and I think that definitely in that aspect,
Great art.
probably a little bit lacking,
Okay.
just because of the number of like whatever trinket, cold foils, and such.
And this is still not playable, right?
No, this is actually pretty good.
Runic Reclamation.
Runic Reclamation was played a while as like a Channelman Heroic counter for the mirror.
Okay.
Also can be useful against Icelander.
Oh, I've never seen this played, and well, I only played one event as Viserai, so maybe I just didn't play the right deck. Destroy target aura. Create a rune chant token. Ah, I see why. Right? Because Briar doesn't want to block.
Yep. I got a Slice and Dice potion and a foil in the swing.
Okay, in the swing.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that on a collectability perspective, I can understand. Although Everfest was also the first set where the kind of Marvel hero design was first introduced, and I don't know. We had a lot of conversations where I told you that I thought long term, like Marvel heroes were definitely like one of the more collectible cards.
Collectible, yes, would be in demand. But here we are with Starvo down to like $29.69.
Maybe might not be a bad time to start picking them up.
Might not be, but
It's free advice. Or it's not advice. It's free opinions.
Not financial advice.
Yeah.
Not financial advice. Yes. Well, it would be better than me. I got my Starvos at about $250 each, so that's my cost basis, unfortunately. Ooh.
Cash out double majestic.
Double majestic for both.
I thought that this was like a pretty cool aspect for just like opening the packs.
Yeah.
When the set first came out, okay, like maybe it's not as cool, like collecting there's no like chase like foils. I mean, there's stalagmite and silver palms, both like one's like only for Guardian, only for Oldhim.
Okay.
One's for like whatever, like a PvE hero. But I think that like just being able to open like 2 Majestics in a pack was like a pretty cool experience, and because so many of the Majestics I think were playable.
Okay.
That it never like really felt too bad for me when I was opening a bunch of Everfest.
Sure.
I felt like good about getting like enough game pieces.
Okay. So you were a fan of the carnival slot, so to speak, right?
Yeah, I was a fan. It's also just like the set in general has like a ton of playables.
The thing with me is the FaBled. It's a Grandeur of Valahai.
Yes.
It was only in meta for, I don't know, not even a whole month, I would say. And then, it's a shame that's not the full art, right? It's a big one, though. What else can we get, though? See, like, if Talisman of Featherfoot is the only cold foil you hit, and I would presume this talisman is probably worth less than $5.
I think some of the individual Majestics, so like I believe Swing Big is like around $15.
Okay.
Rebel and Runeblood's around like $15. It's like a bunch of like these like smaller.
Okay. And these cases are still in the 2s, I think, right? Low 2s.
Yeah,
I even heard a couple weeks ago when the market was even worse, or in a worse place than it is currently, that I heard that these were going for what, 180, I think. There's 180 a case of Everfest on the Facebooks, right? Well, I mean, at that price, it's almost a no-brainer. Getting first edition learning that they're not making a follow-up to first edition. They're not releasing an unlimited printing, as far as we know, right? And if they hold on to that, by the time, I don't know, Historic Pack 2 comes out, then I think we're in the clear. I think we'd be in the clear.
This is I think this card, pretty funny. It got somebody banned.
Oh, yeah?
This is like the calling that happened, I think in Taiwan.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, somebody got banned because they got hit with an Okanol and they switched the cards.
Ah, I thought it was a different talisman.
Oh, was it?
It was a different item.
Oh, it might have been Tide?
Yeah, I don't think it was Warfare. But yeah, that guy switched the cards. Shame on him. He was the first caught cheater at a major event.
Oh, this card. Very good card for Brute.
Oh, yeah?
Wild Ride. Yeah, just like has 6 power, can get go again. I don't know. That's I think for me, like the mark of like a really nice set is that it has a lot of good commons. Because commons, I think, are the backbone of like deck building.
Deck building. Smashing good time. I guess we're just looking at this from two completely different perspectives. Because I look at the collectability, I look at the value of the cards, and whereas we both said our piece about Dynasty, right? Having too high of top end cards compresses the overall value, but having too low top end cards gives you, that's the one, Talisman of Tides, that's the one that got him banned. That also creates its own problem. Because it used to be Starvo was worth 250, Valahai was worth 400.
Yeah.
And that's about the time I purchased way too many of each. And there was a good top end. Think of like Dynasty, the Command and Conquer.
Sure.
FaBled Cold Foil being worth 400. That's kind of where Valahai was. But now it's worth much less than that. I don't even know how much less. I don't even look at it because, just... It'll just be feels bad, right? All the time. Spring Tidings. Speaking of Benji, we got Benji's Majestic.
Yeah. I think there were a couple of like non-CC playable Majestics. Like this one, also the Kasai, Blood on Her Hands.
Blood on Her Hands was big. Kasai
pretty big.
Builds her deck these days, the meta deck around that, right?
Yeah.
It'd be great to play a little more Blitz. I'd get back into Blitz. That'd be fun. Okay.
Rare.
High Striker. There you go.
Yeah, I don't know. Kind of quiet box.
Yeah, kind of quiet.
I'm not really sure like what we could. It's just like the Majestics, I guess, that you could hit if you hit the good ones.
And we did not hit the good ones. Not yet. I don't think any of the Majestics were notable, right? So far?
No.
Skull Form. Even bigger than that. Thunderquake. And you said Thunderquake was impactful.
Yeah, Thunderquake blue also. Kind of similar to Macho Grande. 8 power on a blue. Turns on Rouse the Ancients. Red Thunderquake is actually played kind of now. Just for Oldhim to be able to output like big damage.
Oh, Silver Token. Imagine that's somewhat collectible. Is 100 wins? That's just a rare, right?
Right.
All right, couple packs left. See, this is... you hit the cold foil. It's the first time, in my opinion, where hitting a cold foil literally just fell flat on its face. Because even Tales of Aria, you could get a Cracker Jacks, and it's like, wow, this is actually something I'd play in Limited. This is something cool. This is something I want to keep. Or even a Ragamuffin's hat, or, nearly anything. You get a pulse, or you get a weapon, that's even better. This, not so much, Not at all. Right? It's a talisman that's essentially got no application. Maybe James and team will watch this video and say, one day we'll show you when PvE comes out. But we're kind of not there yet. Okay, Genus.
I got another Majestic.
Genus, what you need? You see, I think these packs, the packs don't lie. I think they're trying to tell us something. Like one box, it's like, oh, this is the best. This is great. This will be valued at, I don't know, 8 or more boxes of Everfest or 6 or more boxes of Everfest. Whereas Everfest, there's nothing you can pull. There's nothing you can pull that comes close to the value of a cold foil, even a Skullhorn. Forget about the FaBled or anything, right? So that's, hey, slice and dice. Okay, we got a rare extended, and we've got a Kraken's Aether Vein.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, let me sleeve this, because there's some value here, right?
Yeah.
And then sleeve this Majestic.
Yeah, I think, you know, I'm starting to get on board with you.
What? Why? Because of the polls?
Yeah, this polls.
Because if you think about it, like, what else? You know, maybe you could grab like a Mask of the Pouncing Lynx, or what other notable equipment compared to Crucible. Like Kraken's Aether Vein isn't played. There's not very much equipment outside the Warrior,
played
and
a lot when it first came out.
Okay.
In Blitz, I don't know. So you could pull the you pull the Helm of Sharp Eye, the Mask of the Pouncing Lynx,
Blood Quill. Vexing Quill Hand. Yep. Vexing Quill Hand. Okay. And that's kind of about it, right? And those are all really option Bs, right? Because compared to the Grasp of the Arknight, it just wasn't as impactful or as influential on the equipment suite as Crucible was, right?
Okay,
I mean,
that's fair.
I hear your argument on the commons and then just the general playables for the players.
Mm-hmm.
There's definitely more things that impacted the meta. 8, but 8 Majestics, Runic and Aether were big, right?
Yeah.
The rest of the stuff, Cash Out hasn't seen really an application yet.
Oh, this round's on me. It was pretty good.
This round's on me, but we didn't pull it. I'm just saying from
it.
whatever we pulled.
I'm trying here.
You're trying. You're working on it.
Reaching.
Like, did Winds of Eternity really impact our meta?
We played it in our 5 deck, but it could have also just been like a fine center.
And Shimmers of Silver, Prism's no longer around, but even if this were around, even if she were around, this would be like 7th or 8th out of 7 or 8 Spectra auras, right? Mm-hmm. This would be one of the worst Spectra auras.
That's one of the best ones.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, the blue ones are the best ones.
What are you talking about? You're being serious right now?
Yeah, the blue ones are the best ones.
The yellow ones are the best ones, aren't they?
No, because the yellow ones you have to pay for.
No, but the yellow ones are Genesis, and then
you have to play like 2 things in one turn. You like play like something. And then
but this is such a small, crappy effect that people don't really care.
It's just like Rex Oldhams.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Maybe you're talking about from the Oldham perspective. I didn't remember Dory having that much trouble against the Shimmers of Silver. If anything, this was always like Plan B after she built up a couple.
You gotta attack it.
Okay. At the end, I'd attack it. I'm killing a Genesis or
sure.
Merciful Retribution or
Sure.
Ode to Wrath before this, right? Mm-hmm. I'm saying those are more important. This is like much, much lower in the priority scale. Mm-hmm. And I think Prism's like doing this as a Plan B or as an aside, right? She's dropping this one later.
It's like Plan 8.5.
8.5?
Yeah.
All right. And, well, we got 2 of these. And this is playable. This not so much. Slice and Dice, I don't think I actively played Dory, but did this see play?
Slice and Dice is, I think, pretty good for like Kasai or like any like 2 double one-hand builds.
Okay. But, again, my point is on, you hit one of these, which is, 60-70% of the time.
You don't have to...
Hey, it's my box. I'm just saying. It just kind of...
rubbing it in.
Yeah, it just kind of sucks. So, there we go. Compared to just this, right?
Alright, you win this time.
Okay. Well, what do you guys think? Which one is better? The Everfest or Crucible of War? Let us know what you think. Let us know who you agree with. And we'll see you on future episodes. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, twiddle that notification button. Hit us up on Patreon for the long game, where we talk about TCG monetization. Alright, that's it for now. Bye! They got cheerleaders?
Anti-fragile.